In the corporate world, the greatest power in your employer's hands is information asymmetry. They know what the market pays, you only know what they offer you. If you're not aware of the market value for your specific skill set in the country you're working from, you are under attack. I want to bring the median baseline in 2026 for 5 European countries across the most common corporate jobs. Let's get at the data. Hello, fellow wealth seekers! Let's start from the bottom of the mountain. Early careers and internships. In Germany and the Netherlands, these are often paid up to 40,000 euros. In the UK and France, slightly less, 35k. In Italy, this plummets to 25k. Or in some cases, just a rimborso spese, which basically means that they only pay you back the expenses of a lunch break and potentially transportation. Starting your career in Southern Europe is basically self-assigning a handicap to yourself. I'm very aware of that because I worked 4 years in Italy before starting my career in Germany. And when coming here, I felt like doubling up my salary was a sweet deal, but I realized I was the least paid among all my peers. And that was a handicap I carried for many years into my German life. Then marketing and HR, core functions in a company's operations, albeit removed from revenue generation, meaning the commercial engine is normally paid more, while these adjacent functions have a certain salary ceiling. Still, Germany leads the pack with around 60k. Netherlands and the UK form a solid mid-tier. France trails a little bit behind due to the high pressure from employer contribution, as we very well know. And Italy, again, is frozen below 40k. In here, since these knowledge and skills is very transferable, your best weapon is geographical arbitrage and applying outside of Southern Europe. Now I want to take a look at variable compensation families, such as B2B, sales, account management. These are very common and popular, particularly in the UK, where higher commissions push the total compensation up to 85k. In the Netherlands and Germany, the compensation is mostly base salary related and the commissions are capped, making the potential slightly lower. In France and Italy, you would be wasting your potential if you're a strong seller. So once again, Southern Europe takes the loss. Finally, the apex of the ladder, software engineering. In 2026, demand for AI has permanently decoupled this family from standard corporate grading, meaning you are by default at the top of the ladder, even not being a senior. A mid-level engineer in London or Amsterdam would be paid up to 95k due to heavy capital deployment also from the US. In Germany, particularly Munich and Berlin, the hub community is quite strong and you would still find a competitive compensation, while Latin countries structurally undervalue and are less represented in the tech scene, which historically lags. For example, 40k as an average pay for a software engineer in Milan is a matrix error. Is simply non-computable compared to 2.5 times more in the north. In conclusion, your value is not a finite number. Your value depends on your geographical positioning. As I always say in my popular series, Living on 2K across Europe. If you're in sales, you should be seeking a company that is headquartered in the Netherlands or the UK, simply due to their tax composition and commission schemes. If you're in software engineering, seek a remote contract. Enjoy the arbitrage of a country that does not limit your potential to a bare minimum salary for your needs. I hope this was helpful. Until the next session, European Wealth Lab out.